Hello everyone, welcome to Durrett Steak. It's that time of the week where I go over my NFL predictions. So let's get started with the Thursday night football game night between the Broncos and the Saints. Broncos 3-point favorites. For me, this is the Sean homecoming game, and I think it's honestly going to be a good welcome back moment for Sean Payton. For starters, the Saints are on a backup rookie quarterback. Then the Saints' big weapons are out. Chris Olave has a concussion. Rashid Shaheed has an ankle injury. He's on IR. Taysom Hill's probably still be out. The Saints are on a backup center. The Saints' defense is also regressing at the wrong time. So I know road teams, playing well in the short week doesn't happen all that often, but the Broncos should win this game. I have them winning 23-13. Next, Sunday morning game, we got the Patriots versus the Jaguars for 5.5-point favorites. Sadly, on paper, we may not get a lot of good foreign games this season. Last week was not good, and even this game, even if this game's close, it's not an ideal matchup. You would prefer like week 1 in Brazil, where you have Eagles, Pack. You prefer that type of foreign game matchup. With that being said, I do expect this to be a close game. It could go either way. I'll take the Patriots to cover, but I'll have the Jaguars get one more win before the wheels really start coming off for that team. So I have Jacksonville at 23-20. Titans versus Bills are 9.5-point favorites. After a big road win for the Bills, could they have a letdown? Maybe, but after they just traded for Browns receiver Amari Cooper, I doubt they would have a big letdown, especially at home where they've been dominant. So I have Bills winning this game easily. I have them winning 28-9. Next, you got the Texans versus the Packers, who are 2.5-point favorites. There are some early, 1 o'clock Eastern window type of games, and this game's one of them. I know the Texans have good weapons, but I feel like this is a game where they're going to miss star receiver Nico Collins. The Packers defense is great at forcing turnovers, and they will force at least one big turnover late in the game to win, in my opinion. I have them winning 31-23. Next, you got the Eagles, 3-point favorites, versus the Giants. This is an interesting game. I feel the Eagles' ownership is waiting for a perfect moment to fire head coach Nick Sirianni after he barked at fans last week and had to apologize for it. Also, the fact that the Eagles barely survived against a bad Browns team is not good. Losing to the Giants would be the moment, in my opinion, where he would get fired. I would think the Giants' rookie receiver Malik Neighbors comes back from his concussion. If he does, it makes things really interesting. However, since the Giants' left tackle Andrew Thomas is now out for the season, I feel the Giants will struggle on offense, so the Eagles should win this game. Based on the way they play, though, they may allow this game to be competitive. But I have Eagles winning 17-13. And Saquon Barkley gets a nice, win for this old Giants fan. And then Lions versus Vikings are 1.5-point favorites. This should be a fun matchup. The Vikings' defense has been good this season, but I don't think they'll be able to contain the Lions' offense. So this comes down to whether can Minnesota pick up where it left off before the bye week and produce on offense. I think with Lions star pass rusher Aiden Hutchinson out for the season, that's an issue against a good defense, especially since Detroit's secondary has been leaky at times this season. Therefore, I'll take the Minnesota to get the win to remain undefeated. I have them winning 31-27. Next, you got the Seahawks versus the Falcons, who are 3-point favorites. The Seahawks offense has cooled down in recent weeks, and more importantly, the defense has been awful in recent weeks. I don't think Seattle's going to slow down the Falcons' offense. The bright side is Atlanta is not a good pass rushing team, so if Seattle's offensive line can hold up, and that's the big issue for their offensive line, then Seattle's offense should be able to make this more of a competitive game. I think the Falcons find a way to win another close game. I have them winning 26-23. Next, you get the Bengals, who are 5.5-point favorites, versus the Browns. Like I said last week for the Bengals, just get a win and take things one step at a time. I know in recent years the Bengals have struggled playing in Cleveland, but I would be shocked to see the Bengals lose this game, especially after the Browns traded away Amari Cooper. I have Cincinnati winning 23-16. Next, you get the Dolphins versus the Colts, who are 3-point favorites. If the Dolphins can finally find an offensive groove, this will be the game to do so since the Colts don't have the best defense. However, I feel the Dolphins won't be able to slow down a productive Colts offense, especially since quarterback Anthony Richardson is returning and Jonathan Taylor, should return to running back. So I have the Colts winning 23-16. Next, you got the Panthers versus the Commanders, who are 8-point favorites. I love the blowout bet of Houston over New England last week, and this is my favorite blowout bet for this week. The Panthers' defense is awful, so they'll have no answers for the Commanders' offense. I have Washington winning 45-20. Next, you got the Raiders versus the Rams, who are 6.5-point favorites. Despite not having receivers Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, I think the Rams off the bye week can get a win. They actually have a favorable schedule coming up, so their season just may not be lost if they win this game. I'm not sure the Rams cover the spread or not, but I'll take them to win this game, 21-13. And then next, you get the big game of the week between the Chiefs and the 49ers, who are 1.5-point favorites. Lots of people like the 49ers at home to get the win. I can understand why. However, I think the Chiefs could get the big win. For starters, they're coming off a bye. Bye week, which for Chiefs coach Andy Reid, that's a big advantage. He is career-wise, he's 21-4 off a bye. Also, the Chiefs, whether it be playoffs or regular season, they've had Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers, number recently. So I picked Kansas City to survive and remain undefeated for now. I have the winning 24-21. Now for Sunday Night Football, you got the Jets versus the Steelers. With the Jets acquiring Raiders receiver Devontae Adams and reuniting him with quarterback Aaron Rodgers, lots of Jets fans have new optimism after that heartbreaking loss of Monday Night Football to Buffalo. That's not the only reason why they should feel cautiously optimistic. For the Steelers, Russell Wilson may start at quarterback. If that's the case, that could actually help the Jets since Wilson is not as mobile as he once was, and clearly not as mobile as Justin Fields. So the Jets defense can force some pressure against a suspect Steelers line. This game comes down to two things. As long as the Jets offensive line can hold up against a good Steelers pass rush, and as long as the Jets don't commit too many dumb penalties, which is easier said than done, but as long as they do those two things, then they can get the big road win. If the Jets lose this game, they're automatically missing the playoffs in 2-5. They're automatically missing it. So I feel they will find a way to get the win here. I have the win 20-17. Monday Night Football, I got two Monday Night Football games. We got the Chargers versus the Cardinals. Chargers 2.5-point favorites. This game, to me, comes down to one thing. Can the Cardinals defense stop the run? If they can, then I think they could get the upset. However, since rookie receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. Left the last game injured, and the Cardinals can't stop the run whatsoever, the Chargers find a way to get the win here. I have the winning 23-19. And then last but not least, you get the Ravens versus 3.5-point favorites versus the Buccaneers. This will be a fun offensive shootout, and it should come down the wire. I don't trust either defense in this game, so whoever has the ball last may very well win this game. I think that will be the Ravens. They will use the same formula they have used the last few weeks. They will be up late they'll be up late, and once Tampa's defense, needs to get that one stop to give themselves a chance to get the ball back and try to score. They won't be able to get the stop because Ravens running back Derrick Henry will make a big play to seal the win. So I have Baltimore winning 38-35. So thank you very much for listening to my podcast today. Please subscribe to my channel and tell everyone about me. Thank you very much, and y'all have a wonderful day.